Hello and welcome to the Migrating Gamer channel, and today we're going to be talking about what did Magicite do right and what did Magicite do wrong. So just to really start this off, I'm going to read what the intro for this is on Steam. So here we go. Explore, craft, and survive in the multiplayer RPG platformer Permanent Death. So right off the bat, it says RPG. As of right now, that used to mean different things back in the 80s and 90s, but now that's a wide range of things. You could say, well, almost every game's a role-playing game because you're role-playing someone else, or you're role-playing a different person. So saying, oh, it's an RPG, sadly, that's not really going to do much for an average person nowadays. They're going to be thinking, oh, it's for a nerd, when it's not. We got platformer. Yeah, this game's a platformer, and that's going to be one of the annoying things about this game. Featuring many roguelike elements. When they say many, they mean one. Permanent death. That's really it. Well, not just permanent death, but trying to get as far as you can. That's not many. That's not 5 or 6. That's 2. Saying that there's a lot of roguelike, this is going to be a fun, hard, different game. That's, in my opinion, that's lying, because there's only 2 roguelike elements in this game. Trying to get as far as you can, and permanent death. I'm not going to... Crafting and finding different items and looting items, those are not roguelike elements at all. Those are survival elements. Those are sandbox elements now. Those do not stay in the land of roguelike anymore. Magicite randomly generates each underground dungeon for you, and yeah, so randomly. When they say randomly, they mean randomly. There's a lot of randomly. As of right now, they don't have a lot of different things. I've played the game enough from the gameplay you're seeing. I've played the game enough to where I've kind of seen how they do the patterns. They have set dungeons, but they're all randomly generated. They're just ones that they made, and then every time it reloads a different one with different pieces for each district. They're not randomly where they where the game actually just makes the blocks and different things itself. That's not what they're trying to go at. And that's one of the sad facts, that they really could have taken advantage of that right there, but they didn't. If I am correct, this is all one guy. So if I say them, I'm trying to mean that's just that one guy. And for this being a game done by one guy, good job on you. Was it Sean Young or Sean Young? You did good. What else? Yeah, your friends. Yeah, there's multiplayer. That's something you're gonna forget pretty fast, because I didn't know that there was multiplayer. When I did this gameplay, I did know, but I mean, the multiplayer's fun, but you're not gonna enjoy it for very long. Well, you can get farther into the dungeon with friends, but from what I know, your health is less when you're multiplayer with other people, just to make it challenging, which is also, in my opinion, annoying. You need to survive the harsh and unforgiving environment. Now, when I think harsh and unforgiving, I think, oh, there's gonna be hypothermia elements where you get too cold, you're gonna die. No, that's not what they mean. That means there's a lot of enemies and a lot of things you gotta get past, and that's 2 most annoying things. They say you gotta hunt, right there, where hunt beasts in order to collect the resources. You ain't gonna be hunting beasts. 90% of the time, the monsters will be coming straight after you. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep going and trying to kill you. So I think they should say you have to try to kill the beast, or they're not going to hunt. You're not in a big world like Minecraft or Elder Scrolls where you have to go find the monsters. No, they're just right in front of you, and you either want to get out of their way, or you're going to have to kill them. That's really how it works when they kill you. To collect the resources and materials you need to survive the harsh and unforgiving environment with a ton of character traits, stats, and your companions. Now, this is something I actually thought was a good part of the game, is you unlocked different classes as you played the game. If you unlocked that achievement, then you unlocked the achievement was locked with the character. So boom, you just got that new character, you just companions. You got a new companion. You just got a new version. You got a new type of stat you can use for when you make a new character. Different character traits really are the exact same thing as stats. Really, don't know why they put them in two different things. Would have been easier just to say stats really instead of saying character traits and stats. There's hats and different things you can do like that. Each they have a different experience each playthrough. Well, yeah, but when you say entirely different, I mean through their character, not through the world or anything. In Minecraft, they may have a certain version that means everything. They're probably gonna do the same schedule or everything when they do a character, but the world's gonna be entirely different every time they play. Magicite main influences were Monster Hunter and Spelunky. It says, I love the resource collection and crafting in Monster Hunter. When you resource hunted in Monster Hunter, it was a task. In this game, it's something you feel like you have to do because there's no other thing you can do. So saying this is kind of like that he got his influences from Monster Hunter. Oh, I love the collection crafting in Monster Hunter. That again goes with the hunting. You're not hunting. You're just hoping to not get killed and you kill it. Again, stupid. They never mention, oh yeah, you level up. Like, I've looked through that entire thing. Like, oh yeah, they never mentioned that you'll level up and get new stats, which if there's a system in one of these games, they would have mentioned that. Again, leveling up is not a rogue-like element. So many games do it nowadays. If they level up in a certain way and you had to choose in different things, then yeah, it may be called. But in this game, you just level up and they do everything preset. So that's not what I'm talking about here. Magicite's main influences are Monster Hunter and Spelunky. Spelunky saying it's a platforming. Okay, I guess I can agree with that, but in Spelunky, you're continuously running. In this game, you have a chance to stop and try to kill monsters and stuff. But in Spelunky, you don't. You're just trying to get past everything and trying to get to the end. What else? Spelunky's brutal yet rewarding platforming is also something I wanted to capture with Magicite. We didn't capture that well, really. But I'm not really going to get into that deep. I'll have to make an entire video if anybody wants me to do that. I love the resource collection and crafting in Monster Hunter. And, of course, fighting giant monsters with my friends. Yeah, in Monster Hunter. Which, yeah, is something fun you can do. But in this game, it's a little different. It's just like, yeah. Like, when you play with friends, sometimes in Monster Hunters, the monsters will be harder and harder to kill when you play with a friend. But in this game, they're going to be the same exact. One guy could take it on by himself. And that's kind of one of the problems, is that in Monster Hunter, it was hard just to kill something by yourself. You actually wanted to have your friends. You're like, man, I wish I had a friend when doing this. But in this game, you're like, don't really need a friend. I can play by myself. You could do that Monster Hunter, but you're gonna have a bad time unless you really get the game. And so that game was kind of based around, oh yeah, we want you to play with your friends. This game's not, which is a problem. It says be prepared to die a lot. Yeah, you're gonna die a lot. It says your requirements for the game. Windows XP. It says it says the best OS you want is Windows 8.1. 1 gigabyte available space. I think it only took up 200 megabytes. I don't know. I really doubt it's ever going to get up to 1 gigabyte. Maybe 500, 600, not a gigabyte. Randomly generated dungeons. Permanent death, crafting system. God, I hate the crafting system in this game so much. I used to just talk about how it was a good crafting system, but after I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, it's bothering. It's all based around it. But, yeah, so that's another problem with the game that they need to fix majorly. Anyway, yeah. I don't really have much more time, guys. Thank you guys for listening to me just talking about the game. What did this game do right and what did this game do wrong? It did a lot wrong, in my opinion. It did a lot wrong, and it did some right. But it's kind of how, oh yeah, if you don't look that deep into it, it's mainly that they really don't tell the flat-out truth in this about the game. But if that's the part you don't care about, when they talk about the features, yeah, but when they talk about the game, they're not really telling the truth. So this game did not do right on explaining that's what the game was all about, and it just didn't do right, but it did right in the game overall. There were some things that were wrong with the game. Crafting system and combat system. Multiplayer randomly generated dungeons weren't as cool as they were talking about. Anyway, guys, that's all the time I have for today. Hope you guys did enjoy. Please subscribe if you want more of this and want me talking more about this. Montage video should be out pretty soon. And thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.